Yeah, what's up, everybody? Hope y'all having a decent. I don't even want to call it hump day. Yeah, they call Wednesday hump day. If I ain't humping nothing, it's just motherfucking Wednesday. But anyway, I haven't been on here in a while. I've been dealing with some stuff, you know what I mean? But for those of you with short attention spans, this ain't for you. For those of you who actually care about real shit, this for you. Check out my podcast, Real Life Matters, on Spotify. You know, hosted by yours truly. That's another one of my little sanctuaries where I go to speak real shit. But anyway, in the past month, so much has happened. 10-year-old black boy in Mississippi gets arrested because he took a piss behind his mom's car. See, the state of Mississippi been acting up. You had them two cops that tortured, I think it was 6 black men. I mean, they got fired, as they should have. They need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Mississippi doing too much. You know, we had the brawl in Montgomery, which was beautiful. And then, I mean, this shit with 45. He should have been locked up a long time ago. I promise you, if it was Barack Obama, this shit wouldn't have drug out this long. That goes to show that this country, everybody doesn't get treated the same. No matter how many anthems you want to come up with, no matter how much you say everybody is equal, we're not all equal. That's just what it is. We still got Karens and Kens, Kyles, whatever the hell you want to call them, provoking us, attempting to attack us. I saw a video, and I've been trying to find it. I can't find it nowhere. I guess they took it off of TikTok. I can't find it on Instagram. But the woman who was in the grocery store, who had the male Karen, I call them Kyles, who approached her talking shit and got physical with her, and she got up out that damn scooter and knocked his ass out, and then calmly got back on the scooter and went on about her business. Listen, it's 2023, almost 2024. Black America is tired. We're tired. And I know some of you probably saying, well, what about the black on black crime? I've said it before and I'll say it again today. We don't got to protest or riot or cry or beg or scream, because when it's black on black, as y'all like to put it so much, however many dead are dead. The rest go to jail. Justice served. But with the 45 clan cult, so many of y'all are gassed up right now. Y'all mad that your boy got all these charges, you know what I'm saying, and been indicted 4 times, right? And that we saw what happened January 6th 3 years ago, right? A big part of me is feeling this man get locked up, these folks gonna raise hell again. And I'm seeing more and more black people being targeted over bullshit. You know what I mean? Because this dude encourages the toxic, negative, aggressive, violent behavior. So with that being said, that energy that was in Montgomery, we're going to need more of that. We're going to need more unity. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, 45 was speaking to them folks down there in Alabama, had them all gassed up. And then that man was doing his job. The co-captain of the boat got off and tried to move their boat. He's not a security guard, the co-captain. And then folks jumped all on him. See, because 45 know how to gas people up and get them to be violent. And they fall for it. You know what I mean? So we need more of that Montgomery unity in all 50 states. In all 50 states. You have a right to defend yourself. Even though at the same time, when we defend ourselves, we be the ones who get in trouble. You know what I mean? But I'd rather y'all go down. I mean, I don't want nobody going down. But if you must go down, go out swinging. Chairs, bats, bricks, whatever the hell you got to do. You know what I mean? And for those of y'all saying that man was wrong for hitting that lady with a chair, he wasn't wrong. Because if you look early in the video, her ass was stomping and kicking on a man earlier. So ladies, if you see grown men fighting, if you about that life, do what you do. But if you know you ain't about that life, you better sit your ass back. Because at that moment, them chairs is rated E. Them hands is rated E. Feet, Whatever else, rated everybody. Because, you know, you try to be a gentleman, not hit a woman. The woman could be the one to kill you. But, I mean, I'm seeing videos of people. There was another video, a woman in Florida. I think it was Florida. She was sitting in the car waiting for her friend to show up. Cause I guess there was some restaurant, some seafood restaurant they were about to go into or something like that. And she was on the phone. And the cop came and asked for ID and all this stuff, was being very aggressive, and drug her out the car and started punching her and beating on her. Those of you who are your diehard cop lovers and supporters, listen. Cops originated as runaway slave patrol. That's just what it is. Not every single cop is evil per se, but the system that is in place is not designed to benefit everybody. And it has been proven that there are white supremacists across police forces nationwide. Black folks aren't safe in their homes. We're not safe in our cars. We're not safe anywhere. We could be asleep and y'all come in with a no-knock raid and harm us. So, you know, we live with our heads on a swivel. We live on edge. You know, it's been proven that many black people have PTSD. That shit is generational. It's passed down because we go through so much. And whenever I say stuff like this, or other black people say stuff like this, so many people want to chime in and say, "Oh, us too." But yet, a lot of y'all, when y'all speak, y'all don't include us in the conversation. But yet, y'all expect us to carry the burden. We tired from dealing with our own shit, right? But the thing is, I mean, you don't have to be in the army or in the military to have to develop PTSD. Me, if I'm driving and cop pull up behind me and them lights go off, I hear that siren, I get paranoid. And my mind start racing, my heart start racing. I'm thinking, damn, is this gonna be my last minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes on this planet? Because you never know which cop you're gonna get that pulls up behind you. And I'm 6'2", 280. I seem to be a threat to people. Like, I don't go around trying to threaten people, but I'm a threat to people. Especially when you have female cops who are a lot smaller than me. Because if you haven't noticed, ladies and gentlemen, the female cops usually are the ones to get afraid the quickest. And be quick to pull that gun. So quick. I don't like cops of any shade. That's just what it is. But, I mean, I don't have no record. You know, I don't do illegal shit. I live my life the best I can, but there have been many times where I fit the description. And when you fit the description, you know, they can be so aggressive and not even give you a chance to really explain who the hell you are. You know what I mean? So it's to the point I have my driver's license number memorized, because it's like I really don't be wanting to reach in my pockets to get my ID out. But at the same time, without probable cause, you're not required to show ID. But some of you out there don't realize that because you think cops are God and have all the rule of law in the world. But to each their own. Like I say, it's almost 2024. You know what I mean? And those of you out there, you know, you're stressed out for many different reasons. I understand. I'm right there with you. But know that there are people like myself out there who are not just going to lay down and take the shit. You know, for any type of change, there has to be conversation. There has to be acknowledgement. There has to be just awareness, right? And people who feel there's no problem don't want no change. Because for many people, equality feels like oppression, right? And it's crazy how when black folks speak, you can have folks who don't look like us. They can always mention one or two occasions where they were the minority or where they felt what we felt per se. But yet, like for example, if you have a white person who's one of the few students at an all-black school, oh, well, I was the only white kid or one of the only few white kids. Yeah, that one time. But most places I go, I'm the only black or one of the only few blacks. But even so, a lot of the times when if you're like white and you're in that mostly black school, for the most part, as long as you ain't in there on that racial shit, we welcome you like you want us. At times we shouldn't do that because some of y'all, Y'all, when you're around us, you act one way, but then when you go home, you act different. But then those of you out there who keep it real, no matter who you with, you know who you are. I appreciate you. Because I know there's some great white folks out there. I know that. So, some of y'all go harder than I do on this racial shit. Some of y'all ain't afraid to check your family, which is good. I'm not saying disrespect your family, but sometimes in these certain situations, they're not going to listen to me, so they'll listen to you. Your words have more weight, so do what you do. I say that because there are times when I was growing up, some of my white friends, in order for me to go to their house, I had to wait till their parents ain't home. And there was this one time I was at a friend's house and their parents came home early and I was stuck in that closet for about 4 hours. Had to go to the bathroom. It hurt to hold that shit. Oh my God, it hurt. But when them parents finally left, I tore that bathroom up. But I mean, it's not easy being in this skin. But I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. Right? I wouldn't change it. Through the obstacles, trials, and tribulations, I still would love to be in this skin. Many times over. I owe that to my grandmother. I owe that to my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? They went through the most for me to be here. And my mom, my aunties, my uncle George, rest in peace. My grandfather served in World War II. You know what I'm saying? Came back home with bullet fragments and grenade fragments in his body, plates, fighting a war that has nothing to do with him. And if he didn't survive that, I wouldn't be here. But he came back home to be disrespected and mistreated and denied entry into restaurant stores and all other sorts of things. But he's a veteran of this country. So when y'all talk about disrespect of veterans, is that only because y'all worried about a flag or a racist ass anthem, an edited anthem? Look at that third verse that was taken out. But some of y'all show more love to a flag and an anthem than an actual person. That anthem that was written by Francis Scott Key, he was a slave owner. That third verse that was removed was glorifying the killing of slaves, my ancestors. So I can't get down with that. I can't. You know what I mean? But some of y'all are so loyal to that song and that flag. I have a family full of veterans. My mom served in the Air Force. My uncle who passed served in Coast Guard. I got cousins in the Marines. I got a cousin in the Navy. I got family in all branches. But yet, they still get disrespected. And then when some people find out they're veterans, then all of a sudden, oh, thank you for your service, after you done disrespected the shit out of them. So it don't matter if you serve or not. Everybody's not treated equally in the United States of America. We're only united by the name. Not everybody's evil, but it's so much prejudice. It's so much racism in America till this day. It's so easy to dismiss black folks' real feelings and thoughts and try to code it and put everybody else in. We can start a movement and folks will piggyback it and take it and try to make it their own. For example, Straight Outta Compton, they made a movie about the career and life of NWA. They started making merchandise, Straight Outta Compton, hats, t-shirts, backpack, everything. And now all of a sudden, everywhere I go, straight out of North Dakota, straight out of South Dakota, straight out of China, straight out of this. It's crazy. Y'all, so many of y'all hate us, but yet when we make something like a merchandise, y'all find ways to twist it and adjust it, and y'all make money off of it. You hate us so much, but yet you profit off of us. Make it make sense. For those of you who are still listening, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? But the struggle continues. You know, a lot of places I go, like for job interviews, like when I was looking, the only black person in the room or in the building is me. And I'm talking like for jobs that actually pay enough to where you can pay rent, pay a car note, mortgage, insurance, all that, whatever. But then when the jobs don't really pay nothing, you know, like fast food or retail, we front and center. discrimination still is real. I mean, they don't discriminate against black folks. There are jobs I go, there are no women in there, or barely any women. Or if there are women, they're only mostly, secretaries or office workers. There are jobs that don't hire you because you don't speak Spanish. There are jobs that don't hire you if you're not Filipino. There's some fast food places I go that's only Hispanics working in there. I don't have a problem with Hispanic people, but I'm just telling you what I see. Discrimination is real. And just because you may not have experienced discrimination does not mean it does not happen. Everybody does not have the same experiences, and everybody's not dealt the same cards in life. That's just what it is. If you're smart enough to realize that, which many of you are, I appreciate you. But then there's a lot of you that only operate in your own world up here, which is fine. But don't speak out when other folks are really expressing their life experiences. But to each their own. Those of you who follow me, support me, whether it be my podcast, whether it be on here, I love you, appreciate you. I'm about to get off here for today. Again, my podcast is Real Life Matters on Spotify. It's on a couple of other platforms as well. I think it's on Pocket Cast. Just check me out. All the support and love is appreciated. I'm trying to make this thing grow. You know what I mean? I keep it real. That's all I know how to do. Love y'all. Peace.